all these legends joining together. What is the topic of conversation you sit here around your adoring fans?
He's the oldest. I got to go first. I got to show respect to the elder.
I'm going to let Dex go because he's Mr. Olympia.
We are joined by a quartet of absolute bodybuilding legends, and sometimes you have to go to the other side of the world to find this collection of Hall of Fame Olympia talent. Of course, we're talking about the legend himself, 08 Mr. Olympia, Dexter Jackson, Kevin Levrone in the house. We got Flex Wheeler, and of course, Mr. New York, Mr. New York City, Victor Martinez. Gentlemen, well, first of all, I mean, you want to pan around to this crowd that we got here? Look at this. Look at this. These are bodybuilding enthusiasts right here. Let's go. Look at this. Check it out. I want to give it credit, we are in front of Flex Wheeler's nutrition line. If you look over there, Dexter Jackson's got his line, Dennis James. Kevin Levrone's line is right down the hall. Victor Martinez's line down the hall. All these gentlemen who have given back to this bodybuilding sport out here representing in Dubai, spreading the good word for bodybuilding. But what I want to know is, you're all together right now, and take us in as fans. All these legends joining together. What is the topic of conversation you sit here around your adoring fans?
He's the oldest. I got to go first. I got to show respect to the elder.
I'm going to let Dex go because he's Mr. Olympia.
You know what? We just talk normal shit. We don't talk about bodybuilding too much. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Flex and I will go back and forth, you know, about records, because he used to tell me, you'll never break my record, and I bet him that I would. So I ended up breaking his Olympia record. But other than that, we really don't get into bodybuilding with each other about the past. You know what I'm saying? You know, we just chill, man.
Dexter, I have to ask only because you started your supplement line. Obviously, you started during the COVID era, so that slowed things up a bit, but now you got some momentum. You're here, you see your adoring fans here in Dubai. You're now touring. Talk to us about how life as a supplement owner post-retirement is treating you.
Oh, it's amazing, man. Just, you know, it's been 4 years now, so 3 years minus COVID, you know what I'm saying? But learning the business has been amazing. You know, with me competing for so long, transitioning over, it's just like me. You know, I put all my heart and soul in competing. Well, I do the same thing with business. You know, like other business opportunities, not just my supplement line that you guys will see real soon. But I'm just blessed to be able to, you know, put my heart and soul into everything that I do, and I try and teach that to my family, my kids. And I try and preach that to all my fans out there that ask me what motivates me. You know what I'm saying? So,
well, let me ask you this. Obviously, you made it clear to us 2 years in a row that you are done. You're no longer competing. But I do want to know, is there anything that you miss about the process of competing, about the process of prepping, about the process of getting up on stage? Is there any part of that you miss the most?
To be honest with you, I don't miss nothing. Nothing at all. You know what I'm saying? I did it for so long for this reason. You know what I'm saying? I always said when I was competing, when I lose the people that I have no business losing to, it's time to retire. And I was able to go so long until when I retired, I know it was going to be over. As soon as the Olympia was done on stage, when they announced me for 8th place or whatever place I played, 9th place, a boulder feel like it was lifted off my shoulder because I knew I was done.
Especially when you saw your family. That was a surprise, by the way, when your family came rushing onto the stage.
That was the most incredible thing because I had no idea that was going to happen. And man, that just, you know, I'm a family man, as you know. I love my family. I did this for my family, you know what I'm saying? And just having them. Uh-oh, look who just came up.
Whoa. Wait, we're going to add. I said it was a quartet. What is a 5 part of it? We have a quartet, that's 4. What would be a 5 thing? Quintet. You got DJ. Dennis James has his own supplement line down right there at the end of this display. Dennis James, welcome back.
Thank you very much. I was just eating. I apologize. I had some good.
I was gonna cover for you, be like.
Awesome. I'll take you back.
You've been coming to Dubai for quite some time now. I think you've been coming actually longer than anybody before the Dubai as we know it. Before it was all the shiny buildings and everything.
Yeah, before they had them tall buildings. Yes.
What is it like for you coming back here and connecting not only with the fans here in this country, but a lot of Iranian fans, a lot of fans in this region who have, grown to know you, connect with you over the years?
It's awesome. I mean, Dubai has become the most interesting city in the world, I would say. Everything here is perfect. It starts at the restaurants, it goes to the gyms. I mean, the restaurants, everything is super clean. Food is unbelievable. The staff, doesn't matter what hotel, is top of the line. They get taught to cater to the customer, You don't always see that in the US. You know what I'm saying? So the guest here is the king, and I like that about Dubai.
How has it been? You have the Dennis James Signature Series right down the hall over there. How's that been like for you, the reception that you've received from the crowd here?
Well, we started this off last year, and I can say we had a great start. I'm looking forward to grow even more. So that's the plan.
Let me get Kevin Levrone in here. Kevin Levrone in deep conversation with Flex Wheeler. All right, so we're going to go to Victor Martinez. Victor.
What's up, bro?
You, a supplement line owner, your own businessman, launching here in the Middle East. What's the crowd reception been like for you? I'll say this. Watching from a distance, seeing the line that you have, seeing people coming up to you. What is the coolest thing for me, and I'd like your thoughts on this, is that we're here in the Middle East, you go around the world, but you get an idea for how much appreciation the fans here have for the bodybuilders, for the ones that paved the way for all of this.
It's always. No, the fans are always great in the Middle East. I mean, you name any country, and they're actually great. So it doesn't matter. It's a toss-up because they're all good, especially my Iranian fans, Iraq, I mean, you name it, and it's just, it's humbling. It's humbling because I've been doing this for over 25 years, and you just don't get used to it. You don't get used to it. You get the love, you show the love, and you'll anticipate always coming back,
Again, you are one of those true, and I say this proudly, a New York City bodybuilder.
Miss New York.
Be it you, be it, just as far as Dave talking about like that East Coast mentality or whatever, right? You always exhibited that in the gym. We love to hear these stories as far as, your training regimen that allowed you to become, a world-class bodybuilder. What was that philosophy, that mindset that you carried into every training session?
Go hard and just be patient. Being patient, the way I work out, the way I am is the way I work out. It's just basically meticulous, staying strong, trying to avoid injuries as much as you can. And a lot of the advice that I share, that I get, that I actually lived through, was being patient. A lot of these young guys now, they say, what is the secret to get there fast? I said, well, if you get there fast, you're going to lose it fast. And the faster you get there, the worse quality you'll have, because you won't have no quality at all. So it just telling them to be patient, and it's one of the things that I always had. And, and in the long run, you're going to keep most of it. You're going to achieve better goals and achieve, better medals and better championships along the way.
Well, I think even more importantly for what you've accomplished is you've been through a lot of downs. You've been through a lot of chapters with setbacks, and I think what inspires people the most is the fact that you kept coming back. You had to come back and another comeback. How did you get through those periods to come back on the stage and accomplish what it is that you wanted to accomplish?
When it's already happened, the bad happened, all you do is just sit back and let it burn, You let it burn, and with the ashes, you come out and come back and build stronger, come back better, and hopefully don't repeat the same thing again, But it's when something bad happens, it's just don't fret, It's already happened, it's happening, and You know, let it go and just come back from it. But don't live that moment over and over again. And that's the problem with most people. Something happens to them, something's about to happen, they worry so much, and when it's out of your control, what are you gonna do? Can't do anything, you know? So let it burn, come back stronger, come back better. You're gonna be a lot tougher, and that's what people gotta learn, and that's why I love my fans, the ones that stuck through me during the thick and thin.
It's words of wisdom right here. This, for all of you, go through stuff, you have that down period, this is what you have to reflect upon to keep us going. Flex Wheeler, when I spoke to you just a couple of months ago at the Arnold Classic, we were receiving text messages. The organizers of the event were receiving text messages saying that they had tears in their eyes listening to your every word. Now, you know, when we speak to you generally, it's about bodybuilding, and obviously you have your strong takes when it comes to bodybuilding, but, you know, when you think back and reflect upon, you know, how many people were going through things and they hang on to your words, they hang on to your advice, they hang on to your inspiration, what does that chapter mean to you?
Yeah, first I'm aware it's not me, and it's not about me. And anyone who hears my message or anything that I'm going through is because they're going through it. But I mean, I don't have the wisdom for that. So that comes from my Father in heaven, and you know, that's all I'm trying to do. I mean, we're living in some really dark times now, with all the wars going on, with a whole bunch of other just craziness that I won't even bring up that's going on globally. And I just think, you know, at this current time, we need real men and real women to stand up and stand up for right and stand up for the weak. But I'm aware that this is bigger than me. I'm not the only one. I mean, I lost my leg, but I've met people who lost 2 legs, you know, 2 arms. You know, so many people have passed away, you know, so I'm still here regardless of whatever I'm going through. I still have oxygen in my lungs. I still have blood going through my veins, so I'm thankful. And I can't complain about anything. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't wish this on anyone, and it's just, it's incredibly hard to explain. I'm in constant pain. It never goes away. I stay between like a level, between like 7 and 10. It's been like that for the last 4 years, but you know, I think about that, and sometimes I like just lay in bed sobbing, but I'm like, you know what, wow, this pain is crazy, but I'm like, I'll take it because that means I'm still here. So the time that, you know, I'm not going through this pain, I'm not going through this hurt, that's what I'm not here anymore. So what's the alternative? Not being here or going through it? I'll go through it.
Well, speaking about President, we are here at the Dubai Muscle Show. You have your Flex Wheeler nutrition line, and again, one of the coolest things for me is to see the appreciation that the fans here have for you, and really for all of you, for Kevin, for Dexter, for Dennis, for Victor, and it shows me just the level of appreciation that they have for those that paved the way for what we have in bodybuilding and fitness today.
No, and it's just a camaraderie. I mean, you have, you know, 4 of us amazing champions on stage. We all competed against each other. We all wanted to destroy each other, and now we're all retired. And we're all on the other side of the fence now as businessmen, and we can still get along and support in each other. And that's just a tribute to our sport. Our sport is probably the only sport in the world that has so many different people from so many different nations. We don't get caught up in that. We don't get caught up in if you're from Iran or Iraq or Israel or anything like that. We're just competitors, and we love each other, and that's a great thing about our sport. And I think our sport is probably one of the rarest that has that pulls from so many different countries. So I'm proud of our sport. I love our sport, and it's our way of being able to give back. For me, it's a way of being able to give back because this sport still pays my bills now. So now I have the opportunity of having a company that I can employ people and help them possibly feed their families and achieve their dreams too. So it's just trying to pay it forward and keep it alive, like the men before me, the Lee Labradas and Lee Haney's and Arnold Schwarzenegger, who prayed those bricks before we do. So now we're trying to lay those bricks for the next foundation that come along.
It's so, I mean, I don't want to say inspiring, but it's just as a fan, it's so great to hear that perspective from someone like yourself who paved the way and recognizes, you know, what you're doing to set things up as far as bodybuilding for the next generation of bodybuilders, of fitness enthusiasts, and for all, you know, your adoring fans. And you just continue to uplift others. And it's just, you know, again, life happens the way that it does. the way that it should. Ultimately, that's what we all believe in. But it's what you make of it.
It wasn't meant to happen to me. Nothing didn't happen to anybody that wasn't meant to happen to us. So it's just an honor to be able to be here in a foreign country. And it's so odd because people walk up to us and like, oh, it's an honor to meet you.
Yeah.
And what they don't understand is it's our honor to walk into another foreign country and people just want to stand in line to shake our piece of hand or scribble on it. That's the true honor. That's the true love. And that's what they don't understand. It's our honor to be here. And you imagine somebody just standing in line for a few hours just to shake your hand. It's very humbling. Yeah, very humbling. So it's just amazing. Like I said, we're all retired. We're on the other side of the fence, so now we can give back. We can give that love back now.
But again, all of this is a testament to the appreciation for all that you have built and for all that you do to inspire, everyone around. So continue success and continue to all that you do. Kevin, let's go to you because you have established such an international presence, and again, we talk about you in the line of legends, bodybuilding legends. As long as you've been doing this, as much as you've been traveling around the world, as much as you've been doing business in different countries, do you ever sit back, reflect on just, is this real? Is this really, the amount of lives that you've touched, amount of people that you've uplifted, impacted in such a positive way through your bodybuilding pursuits?
I always try to send the message of what God wants me to do while I'm there. Not let it be about me. Let it be about the purpose of my life. Bodybuilding was just a vessel that led me to be able to be an influence for them kids out there who don't have a parents, who don't have a father. My father died when I was 10 years old, first funeral I ever went to. And I felt like quitting, felt like giving up, felt like I didn't want to go to school. And my mother died at 19. And I never thought that my life would end up, that kid who lost his father and mother and all that and struggled ended up, would end up a global name, So it's just like when you never quit, you never give up, you never lose no matter how long it takes. And I say that life is like a puzzle, You might have more pieces to your life, or I might have more puzzles equals years on our lives. A lot of times when we go through things, it doesn't make sense. Like, you have one piece of the puzzle, you don't know what the big picture is going to look like. So you got to wait till you have more pieces, and this is time and the pain, and we just add the pain in with the love and this and that. The next thing you know, your life starts to make sense, right? And you start to realize, okay, well, that had to happen. My father had to die in order for me to get into bodybuilding, because now it wasn't about winning the Mr. Olympia, it's about winning the hearts and the fans. So, but if you quit and you give up, I would have never known the purpose of my life where it is today. So I think about these things when I'm standing and I'm going into countries, not really make it about me, not make it about self, but make it about my purpose and what I've went through and the pain, and let them know that no matter what you're going through, there's always a better tomorrow. This is just one piece of your pain. Hold on to it. Now it makes sense to me why my father died, why my mother died. That drove me to the gym. So now I'm okay with it, but I didn't see it then. But you gotta hold on, A lot of times when you tell somebody, oh, you're gonna be Mr. Olympia, but you're gonna have to lose a leg to get there, or, your wife is gonna die, or, your dad's gonna die along the way. Do you wanna go through that? You're like, no, I don't even want that Olympia, right? So people will stop, but you have to endure every single thing in life that you're thrown for your purpose to be revealed to you in the end. Flex has his scars, Dex got his, Dennis has his, we all have ours, you know what I mean? Victor has his for sure. But collectively, what can he do with his life, his testimony to inspire other people? Not try to be like others, but Dex is Dex, Flex is Flex. When all of us are created, we're created one purpose, one common denominator, and that's the love. Give people love. So a lot of people shy away from what they don't have and try to put out there who they are. Stop trying to be somebody and put out there what you went through. And that's that. When you do that, you're going to connect a lot more with so many people around the world. And I move myself out the way, you know, and it ain't about the show. It's about all the pain and the times that I wanted to quit and give up and turning my back on God and getting pissed off and thinking I have no purpose for life. But I did. Because each and every time, somehow I always found my way back to, God, why am I even going through this, right? But he's preparing all of us, you know, and that's all I can say, you know. So I try to use what I've been through to motivate other people when I'm out and talking. And then after that, we'll talk about supplements and how many sets and reps we go through. But, you know, that's what I enjoy at this point in my life.
I think one of the coolest things is that when you ask somebody today, a bodybuilder, an up-and-coming bodybuilder, who did you admire growing up? They're going to mention the names Dexter Jackson, Kevin Levrone, Flex Wheeler, that I wanted to look like them, I wanted to be like them. But you look at what these gentlemen are doing now in the second act of their career, inspiring the next generation, inspiring future bodybuilders, inspiring people to be better versions, to uplift themselves no matter what they're going through, to find their purpose. Gentlemen, this is really what it's all about. And again, it is an honor and privilege to speak to you, to be your friends, to see everything that you're doing, continued success, and continue to inspire and uplift future generations. Again, thank you so much. So no, absolutely. It's my pleasure, it's my honor to be able to bring this to the people. So seriously, on behalf of the bodybuilding world, and on behalf of everybody here, and on behalf of people, generations, millions around the world that are inspired by you, I say thank you.